If Santa was real, what would be the best explanation as to why he delivers expensive gifts to rich people and inexpensive gifts to poor people?
When I was a kid, I asked my mother where Santa got all the money for presents. She said Mommy's bank account. I guess that explained how expensive they'd be.
Santa robbed you, Mom.
Why were you so poor? Santa was taking money from your mom's account to pay for every kid's toys, not just yours. You'd be a retired billionaire if it wasn't for Santa.
Santa used to make the presents himself with slave labor, but these days he lets China do that. In exchange for presents he supplies Xi Jinping with magic reindeer. She grinds up their antlers into boner pills.
He doesn't want people to know he is real.
The secret Santa.
Plausible deniability.
The greatest trick Santa ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Santa is an anagram for Satan, by the way.
Hold on now, this actually sounds like a fun theory. I'd watch a movie about a Santa Claus spending the off-season spreading anti-Santa propaganda. Not sure if Secret Santa or Santa Propaganda is a better title.
My parents always said they had to pay Santa for the gifts.
Santa the capitalist.
So Santa is Amazon.
Similar case for me. My parents said there was a Santa tax that had to be paid, so I assumed they had to pay a fraction of the cost.
My parents started with that. Then when I was about 12 or so and my bro was about 3 or so, they changed their tune to well, it's all relative, so he has to bring you presents that fit in with others around the neighborhood or it will make others jealous. It worked really well.
Santa Free vs Santa Membership.
Where do I sign up?
Santa Prime.
Santa Premium.
That would be horrible because let's say that you need to renew your membership every year for just one gift in one night.
Santa Pro Max Plus.
Poop is pay to win.
They didn't advise of any extra charges, did they?
I expected to see a joke like this. I was not disappointed.
LMAOOO. In his Christmas letters, our son used to request bigger gifts from Santa and smaller ones from us, as a courtesy.
Yeah, mine was all ready to ask Santa for the smaller gift but then changed his mind and asked Santa for the expensive gift. He excitedly told me that Santa gifts are free, so that saved me money.
I mean, at least he was considerate. LMAO.
That's a good lad.
I don't have kids, but I didn't know my parents' financial situation until I was older. I was gonna keep it that way when I have kids. My half-brother has known my dad's and stepmom's financial situation since he was young, and he would never ask for stuff because they were broke.
My son is similar. Today he was writing his Christmas letter to Santa. Mommy, since you don't have a lot of money, I'll just ask Santa for the Nintendo Switch and you can get me something smaller.
I did this as a kid XD after I find out I felt so bad for my mother. We do it the opposite. Santa brings the stocking stuffers and some other little stuff, and the bigger gifts are from us, so he knows Santa doesn't just favor the fortunate. If he gets an expensive item, he's aware it's BC. We as a family can swing it.
I was told that Santa only brought the stuff in the stocking, an orange, nuts, little toys. And all the big presents were always from the parents, although some parents told their kids those were also from Santa. So, rich kids got a lot of big stuff, and a stocking with much the same as I got. During lean years, I might not get much from my parents, but I would get the same as every other kid in my stocking.
My parents were the same. We were quite poor, so I didn't always get presents from my parents, but I always got a stocking with treats and trinkets. Stocking was from Santa, and my parents would be upfront about the presents, even the community-donated ones.
Our kids' preschool kind of encouraged this. Santa brings a couple small presents and the rest are from the parent. That way the poor kids don't think they were bad. And we get to take credit, so it's a win-win. I've always thought it was better to just be honest about it. Santa was a real person who lived a long time ago, and he was so generous and courageous that we still honor him today by giving gifts in his name. But some kids think he's really bringing the gifts, and we don't ever want to agitate the magical thinking people, so don't correct them. But I don't have kids of my own, so what do I know? Edit hehe. Okay, I certainly wouldn't want anyone to exclude their kid from holiday fun. But a kid can have holiday fun without believing the fairy tale part of Santa. If anything, it gets in the way of kids learning what Santa is really about: generosity, caring, and courage of your convictions. But I also feel the same way about Christmas as I do about religion in general. It should be entirely up to the parents, and I'll go along with whatever shenanigans y'all are down for. Heck, a couple more years and my beard will be white enough to play Santa.
Every adult should read this and understand it. We decided to say this to our kids early on, and for rich or for poor, I won't have my kids inadvertently making other kids feel like poop. It's even more of a responsibility when the kids get older and realize about Santa that it becomes their task to keep that magic alive and non-discriminatory for the next generation.
I like this. Makes the rich parents look bad by lying to their kids.
You must be about the same age as my dad. He remembers oranges, nuts and candies being a treat.
Cookie quality.